Carabao Cup quarter-final ties were decided in a farcical draw this afternoon as the event was hit by technical glitches forcing a huge delay in proceedings. Here's how it all unfolded. Getty Carabao Cup draw quarter-final ties have been decided. Carabao Cup quarter-final draw recap draw was delayed until 5:45 p.m. Chelsea v Bournemouth, Arsenal v West Ham, Leicester v Man City, Bristol City v Man Utd ties to be played week beginning Monday, December 18th. Chelsea beat Everton 21 in the Carabao Cup tonight. Here are our Blues player ratings. Chelsea FC Chelsea team average 6.64 5:55 p.m. What a farce that was. In the end, a pre-recorded video was posted on the Carabao Cup Twitter account after all the hype of a live. A reminder, ties are to be played week beginning Monday, December 18th, and that's all from myself this evening. 5:45 p.m. The draw has happened at ties are Chelsea v Bournemouth, Arsenal v West Ham, Leicester v Man City, Bristol City v Man United. 5:35 p.m. We're still waiting, by the way. Them engineers are clearly not the fastest workers. 5:20 p.m. As this delay goes on and on, I've actually conducted the draw myself. And here is how the teams came out of the hat. Chelsea v Leicester, Man City v Bristol City, Arsenal v Bournemouth, West Ham v Man Utd. You'd be happy with the Twitter Carabao Cup draw delay. The organisers have apologised on social media. 5:15 p.m. We have another update from the organisers. It reads, update: Twitter engineers continue to work on the problem. The EFL will be bringing you the draw as soon as is practically possible. Not happening imminently then, it would seem. 5:10 p.m. I'm struggling now. This draw really needs to happen. Meanwhile, here's some entertainment from Twitter. One user posted, convinced we'll reach the date when the Carabao Cup final is supposed to be played before we start this draw. Another said, Wenger will leave sooner than you having this draw. Carabao occupant, I'm in agreement with this one for sure. The real victims of the Carabao Cup draw being delayed are all the people writing live blogs having to fill for over an hour. 5:05 p.m. No sign of the last 8 finding out their opponents yet. This is really turning into a farce Carabao would rather not have to deal with. Stay with us though and we will bring you the draw when it finally takes place. 5 p.m. Carabao Cup quarter-final draw. Timia is at 4:55 p.m. We're meant to be underway in 5 minutes, but we've just received another worrying update. The Carabao Cup Twitter account have just posted apologies from the EFL and Twitter. We are still working on the technical difficulties and will bring you the draw as soon as possible. Getty. Mark Noble enjoyed West Ham knocking Tottenham out of the Carabao Cup. 4:50 p.m. Frankly, this has been a PR disaster for Carabao. In the first round, Charlton were drawn twice. In the third round, the ties were made at 4:15 a.m. in China, and now we have an hour delay to find out who will meet in the quarterfinals. Anyone missing? Capital One. 4:45 p.m. 15 minutes until the Carabao Cup quarterfinal draw. Let's hope it all goes fine this time round. A reminder of all the ball numbers. Ball numbers: 1, Bournemouth 2, Arsenal 3, Bristol City 4, Chelsea 5, Leicester 6, Manchester City 7, Manchester United 8, West Ham. 4:40 p.m. There is now a live video on the Twitter feed which sent excitement round the office that the draw now might be about to start. Unfortunately, it looks like some sort of test to make sure things run smoothly at the second time of asking at 5 p.m. The tweet has now been deleted. 4:35 p.m. It's Twitter's fault apparently. The Carabao Cup account has apologized and is confident we will get the quarterfinal draw at some point. They posted the EFL and Twitter would like to apologize for the delay in the Carabao Cup live. Normal service to be resumed within the hour. Tottenham lost 32 to West Ham in the Carabao Cup tonight. Here are our Spurs player ratings. Tottenham Hotspur FC. Tottenham team average 6.64 4:30 p.m. Matt Dawson clearly spoke too early 35 minutes before the draw at 4 p.m. which never happened. He tweeted, practice is going extremely well. Carabao Cup draw live on Twitter at 4 p.m. 4:25 p.m. As you can imagine, there is quite a lot of uproar on Twitter about this. Some suggesting the competition is being fixed to help Man United. Pretty sure that one isn't true. Another rather funny suggestion is that Matt Dawson and Phil Tufnell are waiting for Sue Barker to arrive before the draw can start. 4:21 p.m. Draw delayed until 5 p.m. The Carabao Cup Twitter have given an update. Draw delayed. Carabao Cup Round 5 draw will now take place at 5 p.m. following a minor technical glitch at Twitter HQ. It is probably major to make it an hour late. Personally, 4:20 p.m. I'm beginning to run out of things to say about the draw now. At this rate we might be here a while. No word on why we've been delayed from Carabao, by the way. And for all those that have nipped out of work to the draw, I can only apologise. 4:15 p.m. Well, Twitter is certainly enjoying that the draw is late. One user suggests the Carabao Cup draw is late due to Pep Guardiola moaning about the balls used in the draw. I think he might be onto something. 4:10 p.m. Draw delayed. The official Carabao Cup Twitter feed has just posted a link to some sort of fan competition. Something tells me they might be having a problem with their social media. Really? You couldn't make it up? 4:05 p.m. Well, we're still waiting to get underway in another farce in this year's competition. Remember, we had a 4 a.m. draw and problems in the third round draw when sides were not sure whether they would be playing at home or away. What could possibly go wrong today? Related articles. 4:02 p.m. Well, we're late getting underway. 4 p.m. Carabao Cup quarterfinal draw time. Woe will face who in the last 8? It is time to find out with Matt Dawson and Phil Tufnell. 3:55 p.m. Manchester City and Arsenal couldn't get the job done in 90 minutes earlier this week. Arsene Wenger's side needed extra time to see off Norwich, while Pep Guardiola's men had to win a penalty shootout against Wolves. Could they potentially be drawn against each other in a clash of Premier League giants? 3:50 p.m. So what was the story of the fourth round? Well, probably the remarkable match at Wembley last night, which saw Tottenham take a 20 lead against West Ham. Spurs looked comfortable and set to make the last 8 until the Hammers had other ideas and turned it around to win 32. But what reward will Slaven Bilic and his side receive for their efforts? Getty. Jesse Lingard scored twice as Man United saw off Swansea in the Carabao Cup. 3:45 p.m. Ties will be played on December 19th and 20. Quarterfinals will be decided on the night, with matches going to extra time and then penalties if necessary. 3:40 p.m. The all-important ball numbers for the draw are as follows: 1. Bournemouth 2, Arsenal 3, Bristol City 4, Chelsea 5, Leicester 6, Manchester City 7, Manchester United 8, West Ham. 3:35 p.m. Question of Sport team captains Matt Dawson and Phil Tufnell will be the men picking the balls out of the hat. Perhaps the most interesting story is who Bristol City, the only championship side left, end up having to face. Some of the Premier League big boys might quite like to face them and potentially ease their schedule somewhat. 3:30 p.m. Welcome to our coverage of the Carabao Cup draw, which takes place live from 4 p.m. We will be finding out the quarterfinal ties with just 8 sides remaining in the competition. They are the holders: Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City, West Ham, Bournemouth, Leicester and Bristol City. Related articles.